Just one. I mean, really let that sink in. This quote says everything he would have done if he were not in the prison came to him in one day. All the promotions, the money he would have saved, the reputation he would have built, it all arrived in a single moment.
Think about it. He was given a new name, a position of honor. He was given a wife from a high-ranking family. He was dressed in royal clothes and made second in command over the most powerful nation on earth. He didn't have to climb the corporate ladder or go on dating apps. It was all part of the package deal that came when the waiting was finally over.
And that's really the heart of it all. The big takeaway is that the compensation for the waiting is already built right into the plan. That time you feel you're losing, it's not lost, it's an investment. And the return on that investment is factored into the incredible final outcome. So if you're in one of those quiet seasons right now, maybe the question isn't, why is this happening to me? The idea here is to reframe it, to ask with a sense of real anticipation, what is this season of silence preparing me for?
About the word blessed. We throw it around all the time, right? But what if our whole modern idea of what a blessing is, a new car, a promotion, is actually missing the point? In this breakdown, we're going to dive into a theological view that totally redefines the blessing. It moves it from something you get to something you actually become.
And really, it's a huge question. It gets right to the heart of what so many of us are looking for in life. But what this teaching suggests is that the answer isn't found in the stuff we can see or touch. Instead, it's found in a really profound, internal, spiritual reality that has to come before any of the external rewards.
You know how it is. We hear blessing, and our minds immediately jump to tangible things. A bigger bank account, a better job, a new house. Now, this perspective isn't saying those things are bad, not at all. But it makes a crucial distinction. Those things are the fruit. They're not the root. The actual source of a true blessing, according to this teaching, is a specific spiritual condition, an internal alignment with God that has to happen first.
To really get our heads around this concept, we've got to go back to the source. I'm talking the original languages of the scriptures, because it turns out the words they actually used for blessing have a much deeper, much more active meaning than we might think.
Today, we're going to break down a really powerful framework for activating and receiving help. And it's all based on a sermon by Apostle Joshua Selman. We're going to explore a kind of spiritual system that's designed to move you from a place of just being in need to a place of actually getting support. You know that feeling, right? It's something we've all been through. You're in a tough spot, you know you need a hand, but for some reason, help just doesn't show up. Well, this explainer looks at it differently.
Bird of Prey teach us about unlocking our own potential. Well, it turns out a whole lot more than you'd think. Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful allegory for success, drawn straight from the animal kingdom, using insights from... There's this great little story about an eagle carver that illustrates this perfectly. An old man sees a plantation owner throwing away this big piece of wood, calling it junk. The carver asks for it, takes it home, and just starts hammering and chiseling away. He works, and after a while, he frees this magnificent golden eagle from inside the wood. And get this comes back and buys the eagle sculpture for $5,000. Talk about turning junk into treasure.
And that story just nails the core idea, doesn't it? You might feel like that piece of discarded wood sometimes. Maybe other people have even written you off. But the idea here is that inside you, there's an awesome, beautiful bird, an eagle, just waiting to be freed. The potential is absolutely there, even if nobody else can see it yet.
All right, let's get into our first principles, because to start carving out that inner, and you need